Welcome to mountain bike racing again on Eurosport. We're back with the Grundig World Cup, not the Challenge Cup, the World Cup, and we're in Holland at Groesbeek. And if mountain bike racing in Holland sounds like a contradiction in terms, well, you might be surprised in a moment. To remind you, mountain bike racing, you have to start and finish with the same bicycle. You're not allowed to change machines as you are in road racing or indeed in cyclocross. And the men are going to be doing 7 laps of an 8-kilometre course. There they go. Now they're starting about half a kilometre down the road from what will be the finish line on these 7 laps. So in a moment we should see them crossing what will be the start line, and here they are off into a bit of a bottleneck already, I'm afraid. And the fast starters will be loving this, putting a gap on the pack already. And the streets of Groesbeek have been closed for this occasion, as the leaders, as I promised you, cross what will be the start line after half a kilometre. Now, men to look out for. Number 6, Tim Gould, the Englishman. There's very few of the top Americans here, as was the case in Aviemore last week. But look out for number 3, Mike Closer, one of the top American racers, one of the few that isn't back at home racing the Norva Series, and indeed preparing for the American and Canadian legs of the Grundig World Cup. And there's some serious road racing technique going on here. The approved crouch aerodynamic position the Tour de France guys would approve. And here we are, onto what is going to be a fast course. It's an undulating track, and as you would expect in Holland, you're not going to see the vertical ascents and near vertical ascents and vertical descents that we've seen, for instance, in Manosque at the French round of the World Cup. The racers are expecting to stay bunched, more like a road race. And this is unusual in mountain bike racing. Normally the terrain spreads them out. Holland, of course, a country that's very keen on its bike racing, as we go to see the women at the start. Now, the lady who won last time out, 9:03 when you see her, is Regina Stiefel of West Germany. That looks like the American lady Jackie Phelan there. That looks like Regina Stiefel. Indeed it is. 9:16 next to her is Nancy Walker, the only top American lady who is here in Holland. So this is a good opportunity for the Europeans to put an early grip on the World Cup, and also to score points in the Challenge Cup. The Challenge Cup is a subsidiary event, and that is run, or rather the competitors, male and female, can count points from the European rounds of Grundig racing towards the Challenge Cup. The World Cup counts some European events and the North American events that will be happening shortly. And that does look like Jackie Phelan we're seeing there. It is Jackie Phelan of the USA, on what I'm told is an antique Cunningham bicycle. 9:04 Sylvia Furst of Switzerland, and Chantal Daucourt 9:09 of Switzerland, showing well. The women's field a lot smaller, 25 compared to the 164 men, whittled down from the 189 entry in qualifying. Yeah, and it's Jackie Phelan. with a slightly off-the-wall style, leading the race at the moment, leading the women's race at the moment. 9:25, Maria Guila Canello showing well there. A big Italian contingent here for the first time in the men's and the women's events. That's Regina Stiefel, with First and Dokor trailing her now. And we believe that Regina Stiefel is already leading this race. That's Dokor. 9:04 is Sylvia First. Both Swiss. One Sylvia riding for the Mongoose team, Chantal for the Silo team. And what you're looking at there is about as near as we get to a mountain in this particular mountain bike race. There's Jackie Phelan. She's been knocked back to 4th place already. Hi, Jackie. Don't you love the... Don't you like the way she keeps her jewellery on? And she's indeed a good advert for the antique Cunningham bicycle, isn't she? This is the front of the men's race. And it is a pack. It's like a road race. This is something you just don't expect in mountain bike racing. 12 at the front there. Peter Hrick, the Czechoslovakian, a cyclocross star as was. Number 3, Mike Closer in the white shirt there. Thank you, sir. So that is a leading bunch, and it is a bunch. Number 5, Zadrubilak, the Austrian, Gerhard Zadrubilak, who's scored good points in the World Cup so far. He had a 6th in Italy, a 5th in France. Number 6, Tim Gould, is in that pack, and those are the guys that could be leading the Grundig World Cup after this race. Do your own translation. Here are the leaders.